positive attitude to work. I am Angela Ekure. Barrister Victor Okebino, welcome to this insightful program, Ability in Disability.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. Barrister Victor Okebino is visually impaired. In layman language, is blind, cannot see. He works with the Ministry of Justice here in Asaba. He's married with children. Barrister, congratulations. Today we're going to discuss about the attitude to work. Attitude to work. Barrister, please, what is attitude?
Attitude is your disposition towards work. In another word, we say your mental disposition.
Okay. Your mental disposition towards work. Types of attitude, you know.
Yes, we have positive and negative.
Positive and negative attitude. Wow. Why I'm bringing all these things because we want to talk about attitude to work. Okay. You have positive and negative attitude. What is your own attitude to work? You know, as the saying goes, charity begins at home. I'm going to start from your house.
Okay. No problem. You are welcome.
What is your attitude towards your work at home? What do you do? Do you leave the work for your wife? You know, I'm physically challenged, cannot say, you do all the work, you know, have grown-up children now. No, give me food, I will only eat, I won't work. I'm disabled. Is that your attitude?
Not.
Yes, so
my own is positive.
Positive. Can you
diligent.
tell us some of the things you do at home, house chores, how you assist your wife at home? Can you tell us if you have a positive attitude? We want to know today.
Yes, at home, I give a helping hand in the sense that I do press my clothes, my children's clothes. I also wash clothes and our vehicle. When my children were small, normally I also assist my wife in washing plates in the kitchen and other miscellaneous work.
Other work at home.
At home.
So you wash plates, wash clothes of your wife, you assist your wife in doing your house chores and other. You don't allow yourself to be put down like, I don't want to do it, I'm just going to. Or your wife say, go and sit down, you know that I don't want you to follow. So with your challenge, you also help your wife to do some certain things at home. That is why this program is on air. To enlighten you. Being this physically challenged does not mean you cannot do work, you cannot do anything. No, or you have a lazy attitude. I said, no, this is because of my condition that I cannot do this work. You know, I cannot see, I don't want to fall. It is not like that. You know, Barrister Victor Okebino said he has a way to do some hard chores at home. That's how it's supposed to be. You make sure that you wash your car at home. How can you tell how you do go about it?
Myself?
To wash your vehicle. How do you wash it?
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay, I will. Before I say that, let me say something in respect of what you have just said. Now, this one is a practical experience.
Okay.
Now, if let's take my case for instance, as a visual impaired person. Occasionally you have somebody that will come to assist you.
Okay.
Now if somebody comes to assist you and you now put up a form of disability, what do I mean by that? Empathy or sympathy. There are two things there. If you put yourself in the aspect that sympathy, no, there are some certain things that the person will expect you to do. For instance, if somebody assists you, let's say to a courtroom now, then it will now direct you to a chair to sit down. Then after you have finished your matter, your court matter, it causes demands that you will be able to tell the person that, okay, after I finish my case in the courtroom, I will ask somebody to take me out to you. But some persons will not want to do that. They will say, okay, after finishing you come and be checking all the time to whether I finish my case. Because if you put that posture, you discover that for that person to help you again, it will be somehow, because what you are putting is a sympathy, which is empathy. What is empathy and sympathy? Sympathy is that you want somebody to sympathize with you for the thing that you can ordinarily
do. Yeah.
Yes, which is not good. Why empathy is give me that room to be able to help myself. For instance, if you know that, okay, you cannot, because of your disability, you cannot climb to get something up out of your reach, you can say, please give me a helping hand. But know that maybe something's on top of your table, you know that you can easily take it. You will still be expecting somebody to pick it. That is a sympathy. Why empathy? You go there and pick it.
You do it by yourself.
So what you cannot do, other can do it for you. But what you can do, you do it. That is sympathy. That is empathy.
Cool. That's why you assist your wife at home, because you can do it.
Yes. Yes.
At your workplace, what is your attitude or mental disposition towards your work? When do you resume duty, and what do you do in your office?
Very positive. I used to go to office very early.
Okay. How early?
At 8 o'clock. I will explain that. Why? Because my wife is a teacher.
Okay.
So as she's going, we go together. She will drop me in the office before she will now proceed to her workplace.
Okay.
Now, my own posture is that it's empathy. I don't want somebody to sympathize. I don't want somebody to sympathize for me. Why? I close in the gap. Now, if you put yourself in the situation of sympathy, they will be helping you at times, they will be tired. But if you put yourself in empathy, what you cannot really do, somebody will come and help you to do it. You give them less work. Okay. That is my attitude. You were saying in respect of my working place.
Yes.
At least I will speak for myself, but my other colleagues, if you ask them, they will tell you the kind of
person. They might be watching you.
Yes,
so tell us.
Now, for me, what some persons want me to do in the office is you just come, sit down, enjoy yourself. After the closing of the day, you go home. And I told them that I'm not brought up that way. I'm somebody that is dogmatic. I like challenges. I don't believe in sympathy. I believe in empathy.
What do you do in your office?
Yes, what I normally do in the office is that all the work that the sighted people used to do, I do it. I do it because I have the device to do it. So I do it. One, I work in DPP.
What is the meaning of DPP?
DPP, that is a Department of Public Prosecution.
Okay.
In that work in DPP, what we normally do is that, one, you do prosecution paper, opinion writing. In case if a file is given to you now, you will now write in that file. After reading that file, you will advise that this matter is going to be taken to the courts for prosecution. If there are more evidence for you to prosecute. If there is not, you also write that, okay, this matter should go this way, should go that way. Then after that, you do your this in the prosecution paper, the paper that they are going to use to prosecute the matter in court. Okay. I used to do that one. That is the first hurdle. First of all, train you in that hurdle. I did. Then after that, after doing that for some time, and I told them that I want to be giving fight to go to court. I said, how can you do it? I said, people in Lagos are doing it. I've gone to the training. Let me practice what I've been taught in Lagos. So they gave me file, which I prosecuted successfully, and I had a judgment. I have 2 judgments on on my credit.
You have 2 judgments on your credit.
Yes.
So how do you go about the case? Can
The case.
you briefly tell us how
Okay,
you
yes.
go about it and how
Okay.
positive judgments?
Okay, normally. What we do is that if you are given a file, I'm talking about the way we read now.
Okay.
If you are given a file, you have a scanner, you scan that file into your computer. Automatically, that file will now be a soft copy. And your computer, you have a device which they call screen reader. They have different type of screen reader.
Okay.
We have JAWS, we have CineAI and all that. Now, that's your application, that is the screen reader will now be reading whatever is on the screen for you. You can do word reading, you can do paragraph reading, you can do sentence reading, depending on your option, what you can grab as the thing is moving. After you have finished reading, you take the point that you want to take, you open your word processing, you write all the, you jot whatever you want to take.
So how were you able
save.
to carry out that work? Can you tell us how you carry out the work? Just briefly tell, because of time, we work with time.
Okay.
Right.
So that is how we read. That's how we take, how we read the files.
Okay.
We turn it to soft copy. You have it in your system, and your cases, they are also there. They're under soft copy too. So you'll be able to read your cases online with your internet and all that. Then you process your brief and go to court and prosecute your matter.
Wow. So that's how you did. Ability and disability. We're talking about positive attitude to work. That's very Victor. We're still at the workplace. You know, some persons, they don't like employing those who are physically challenged because of the way some persons have behaved. Like, no, they will employ you to do your work, you don't come to work, you keep on complaining and all that because of that. And you have told us now how you carry out your work in your office and all that. We have seen that you are not lazy and you have positive attitude to work. Okay, for me to really believe now that you have positive attitude to work, when you started to work, which level are you and where you are today? Tell us. Because someone that's lazy will not be promoted.
Anyway, by the grace of God, I am an assistant director.
So where did you start from?
I started from State Council. From State Council, you now have, you will now be climbing till you get to assistant director.
Wow.
We have principal, we have assistant chief, you have chief, then you have the assistant director.
Assistant director, wow. Ability and disability. This is ability and disability. Here with me is Barrister Victor Okebno, visually challenged. You're just joining us. We're discussing about attitude towards work. Barrister Victor Okebno, what is your religion?
Okay, I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian. Where do you worship?
I attend Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Okay.
For short, ROCCG.
Okay, that's where you worship. Okay, wow. What do you do in church? Are you just ordinary member? Let me go to church because everybody's going to church. What do you do there?
I'm a deacon by the grace of God.
You're a deacon?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma.
Wow, a deacon. Right, okay. Your ordination, was it based on sympathy or hard work?
Hard work. As I rightly said, I don't believe in sympathy.
That's why we're like, Barrister has been in this church for a while. Well, you're ordaining others, Barrister must join. I put my leg on the ground, my feet is on the ground. They don't ordain Barrister, no way. No, so
Thank you very much.
You are not ordained like that.
No, I wasn't.
Can you tell us the process of the ordination and what you do?
Okay. In the process, Redeem, they have their own processes. They have their own rules too.
Okay.
The rule for you to become a deacon is you have to go to SOD, at a school of disciple.
Okay.
You have to be discipled before you will now be make a deacon. So I enrolled I enrolled somebody.
I know, we are looking at your attitude. Before you the school of discipleship, is it by choice or this a church appoint or nominate you to attend?
So it's by choice.
It's by choice.
Yes.
So someone that lives now, like you don't come to work to church. Maybe your church is 8 a.m. By 10 or 9:30, you just strolling. You listen, you give your offering, you go. You don't study, you don't contribute anything. Because it's by choice, you go and enroll in school of discipleship. Will you accept the person?
Yes.
Would you accept the person?
No.
So
I
okay.
I won't.
All right.
Now,
So the choice is still depending on is based on hard work and your attitude.
Yes.
Okay. So can you tell us how you went about it?
Yes. Now, because I know that I want to be involved in the things of God. I want to really do the things of God. So the step to follow is for that mentorship,
Okay.
that discipleship, to be able to know what it entails to be a minister in the temple of God. So I opted for it. I enrolled in that discipleship, that is also the School of Disciple. I was given the books. We read it. When the exam came, we did it. Then I was, by the grace of God, I passed the exam.
Okay.
Then after that, we now do the necessary paperwork before I was ordained in Lagos. That is in our headquarters.
Okay. The School of Discipleship, was it based just only on theory? You say you read, you passed, you wrote your exam. There was no practical?
Yes, practical.
What are the practical aspects?
The practical aspect is that you, after reading, they will now test your mental ability, whether you are able to assimilate what you have read. That is the practicality in it, by writing that exam. Then the other practical is that they will also give you a church, to prove your ability of what you have been taught. So as I speak now, I'm an altar minister. I used to preach on Sundays at times. I also take evening, we call it digging deep, and a faith clinic, as you have Bible study and prayer meeting, as the case may be. So I'm an altar call minister. Without that School of Disciple, you will not be eligible to do such work for God.
Wow.
So that's the practicality in it.
And it's barrister has shown that he's not lazy. He has a positive attitude towards work. We started from his home, his workplace. Now we're not in church. And now in church, he told us that he's a deacon in church, and then the kind of work he does in church. Wow. You're a minister and you do other things. Apart from ministering or preaching and in church and all that, what else do you do in church?
We also have you have advisory board, you have counseling, and church that is church activities.
Okay.
Let me go for the counseling. At times, if there are some certain things they want your advice, your opinion, you give them your expert advice.
Okay.
So
you do that too?
Yes,
in church?
I do that too.
Wow. Wow.
And at times, in case maybe if the church have to do a deed too, I say bring out my professional calling in it. I also do deed for the church at times, pro bono. That is without collecting anything. Maybe in case if they want to write agreement or a land is being bought, I can do the deed for them.
Wow.
Without any pro bono, without
money. You don't collect money. It's church now. If you collect money, Baba go like, I'm collecting money in my house.
They will do that.
Ability and disability. I know that you're reaching us. We've heard from Barrister Victor Okebuno with positive attitude towards work. is not lazy. That it's not good for someone who is disabled to be lazy. You are lazy. They really give you many fish to eat. You tell them to teach you how to fish so that tomorrow you can put food on your table. Ability and disability. Barrister, please can you briefly advise those watching us, those who are physically challenged, not to be lazy. Okay. How to work in diligence.
I'll just quickly use myself as an example,
right?
To boost up their morale. Now, if I will digress a little. I was not born blind. I encountered my eye problem when I was doing my school sets. After that, after the operation, I was told that I cannot more read the way that I used to read. Later, I said I should be using Braille. The joy that entered into my mind was very, very awesome. So I now said, so I can still move on. They say yes. It doesn't mean that if you are not seeing, you cannot go to school. That is the board game that changed everything.
Wow.
I was very happy. I quickly jumped into it. I learned Braille, typing and all that. I forged ahead. When some people will see me say, what is giving you that joy? I said, what is giving me that joy is that I thought that maybe if I cannot more see that the world has end, because at that time that I cannot see myself begging.
Wow.
But when I now discovered there is another window for me to move on, I was very happy. Okay. I jumped at it.
So what is your advice to them now?
What I have for people is that please do not take yourself as sympathy. Look at that thing that you cannot do and ask people to help you to do it, to give you that way to do it.
Okay.
You understand? You can wash your clothes. Little did I know that when I went to that school that a blind person can wash clothes, they can press, they can cook and all that. I was amazed when I was in the hostel. Where they can move from here to, they can take a mile.
Okay.
Go in school, university. I'm encouraging you. It doesn't mean that maybe if you have one challenge or another, the world has turned down.
Wow.
That is the stepping stone.
That is the stepping stone
for you to go in a higher way.
Yeah.
To make your belief to come true.
Okay. Please don't be lazy. Hard working. Your mental disposition towards life will take you to greater heights. Barrister, thank you for coming for this program. I'm Angela Ekure. Remember, let's see you next week.